going to show you how to use coconut milk as your base for your smoothie. I like to buy coconut milk in cans rather than the carton, and I'll tell you why. The carton coconut milk is a product that if you look at the carton, it'll say coconut milk beverage. It doesn't necessarily say that it's coconut milk like in a pure form, really. And if you read the ingredient list on some of those cartoned coconut milks, you'll see a lot of other things besides coconut and water on there. You might see a bunch of synthetic vitamins added in. You might see some thickeners added in. One particular thickener called carrageenan, which is a thickener that is derived from seaweed, but it's extracted using chemicals, and they've discovered that it creates irritation in your digestive tract. And in some laboratory studies have shown that it not only irritates the intestine, but in some people it has been linked to like irritable bowel syndrome, Crohn's and ulcerative colitis, and then in some animal studies they've shown that it has induced colon cancer. So it's kind of one of those ingredients that's on the caution list, and I like to take caution, especially when it comes to ingredients. So I try to avoid things that have that in it. So this particular coconut milk, it's called Native Forest. I picked this one up at Trader Joe's, actually. Trader Joe's used to have their own brand, but for some reason now they're carrying this one. It is organic and it's unsweetened, it's just pure. And one ingredient that it does have in it is guar gum. And guar gum, I would prefer not to have guar gum in there, but sometimes it's really hard to find things that doesn't have something like that in there. But if I had to choose between carrageenan and guar gum, I'm going to choose guar gum because it's really more of a sort of a natural type of a thickener that comes from a plant. So, yes?
Safeway has a good coconut milk
with nothing in it?
With nothing, just
excellent,
water.
Yeah. There are a couple of other brands that I have found. There's one called A-Roy-D, which is A-R-O-Y and then a dash and the letter D. That one doesn't have anything else in it. And then there is another one that it's not native. It kind of looks like this too, but I think it's called New Value, N-U and then a dash and V-A-L, New Val. That's one that it's a can as well that doesn't have it. But I try to get something very minimal. So now this is full fat coconut milk. It doesn't have any fat removed from it. One thing that you might also see cans of is light coconut milk. The only difference between light coconut milk and full fat coconut milk is that the light has been diluted with water. So, and if you look at the fat content on the full fat coconut milk, like this one, you'll see that they're in 1/3 of a cup, there is 15 grams of fat. So if we were, and then if you look at the same amount on a light coconut milk can, you'll see 5 grams of fat in a serving. So what that means is they're just doing a 3-to-1 dilution on it with water. So I figure I can do that. I can do that myself, and I save money because I literally get 3 times the amount of coconut milk for 1 can. So that's what I'm going to do tonight, and then that's what I used as my base for my smoothies. I use a diluted coconut milk so that I can do that. So let me get that one open and going, and I usually just use a big jar or a pitcher, whatever you want to do. Let me open that up, and then I'll put it in this. I like to shake it up because sometimes the fat gets on the, if it's cold, the fat might turn hard on the top, so you might want to shake it up really well. And then just use water. I've got some pure water in here to make the dilution, so I want to get as much out of there as I can.
How long would that be good for?
I have actually had this last me about a week and a half. So, and if I'm making smoothies frequently, then I use it up pretty fast. So see, you get this much coconut milk out of 1 can. Let me, so I just shake it up like this. So you're getting, and then when I stick this in my refrigerator, it looks just like a glass of regular milk, right? So don't let other people in the home get confused. They might think this is regular milk. But see, I get a lot more coconut milk from 1 can, And it's cheaper than buying those big cartons that basically are the same thing. They're just diluted down. Okay, so